Right now, as we enter the 3 weeks of mourning, as we mourn the destruction of our holy temple, it's appropriate, I think, to reflect that and to observe that for most of my life, it's been very hard to connect to this time. Things have been just so overwhelmingly good for the entirety of my life here in this beautiful country of ours, that it's been hard to feel what it means that we're in exile. It's been hard to feel the galus. And I think it's just very apropos that we recently, we're just seeing things right now in our country and in our state where it causes us to pause and to perhaps reflect that, no, we are in galus. We are in exile, and we see what that means. The other day I was walking around downtown Denver in my yarmulke, and someone just yelled at me to free Palestine. I'm just a Jewish guy with a yarmulke, and I get yelled at in the streets of Denver. Literally the night before the 17th of Tammuz, before the 3 weeks started, we had an election in which a person unseated a long-standing incumbent, partly on a platform that Israel is a bunch of genociders, and this person was unable to condemn the attack in Boulder as an anti-Semitic hate crime, and she felt that October 7th was justified. And this is a person who now will go on to represent Colorado in Congress. So things are not really great. It doesn't feel great right now. And I think that it just reminds us that we truly are in exile. Things are not as they should be. As comfortable as things have been, we're in exile. And wherever a Jew is in the world, they are vulnerable. That's what it means that we don't have a temple. That's why we mourn. That's why yesterday we fasted. That's why on Tisha B'Av in a couple of weeks we're going to fast. That's why right now we're mourning. We're not going to take haircuts and listen to live music. We're not going to shave and all these different things we don't do. It's because of that. And I think now perhaps we understand that more than ever before. I don't want to leave on such a dreadful, depressing note. So the question is, what can we do about this? What are we supposed to do about it? And the first thing I believe is just to understand that Hashem has promised us that he will never forsake us. We're his eternal people. He's going to stick with us forever. The other thing I think that practically we can do is take a lesson from this week's Parsha, where we see that Moshe appoints a successor, Joshua, and he's told to, give over of his glory to Joshua. He's told to give of himself, and he's told to, to demonstrate that he's becoming the leader by placing his hand upon his head, by putting his hand on him. I heard this morning an idea from Rabbi Silber that when the Torah describes what happened, it says Moshe actually put 2 hands on him. Not just 1 hand, but 2 hands. Moshe went out of his way to go above and beyond what was demanded of him, to place 1 hand upon him. He put 2 whole hands on him. And perhaps what that means is that what we need to try to do to those around us, to our fellow Jewish community members, is not just to extend them 1 hand, but to extend them 2 hands. To really be there for each other. We know that the temple was destroyed because of baseless hatred, and we know every generation it's not rebuilt is because of that as well. So what we can do for our part is to just show baseless love, endless love, and to extend ourselves and to put ourselves out there on behalf of the other, not to just look inward and look only at myself and my own needs and my only family needs, but to live life with a perspective, what can I do to make things easier and helpful for another person? I'm not going to just offer 1 hand, I'm going to offer 2 hands. Please God, by us doing that, there'll be a merit for our people, and this time of sadness will be turned once and for all into a period of tremendous joy.